Let's start the day by listening to filters. Let me just sample something. So I'm going to sample at 2612. You see where so I'm going to sample something at 4816. This pad number 1 is sampled at 2612, and this is 4816. Okay, so they're on outputs 1 and 2. These ones right here, these ones have a dynamic filter, but it's turned off. I'll turn it on after so you can hear the filters as well. So good morning, welcome to the video. Before anything, we're gonna listen to the filters on the 2400, and I'll talk a little bit about connections here of the MPC as well. I've just woken up straight into filters. Let's go. So this is sampled at 12-bit. .48. I was just looking here in the back. There's no processing or anything. So that was it. 16, 48. There's a difference in there already. You can hear some of those higher frequencies getting cut off. First 12, then 16. So there's clearly that little shave on top, like some of these frequencies are getting shaved off. I love that. I like that these higher frequencies just get cut off. I don't like them, honestly. I always use a filter on my MPC to take away a lot of these higher frequencies. This does it naturally. So let's get into the filters right now. I'm gonna go into the effects and just turn them on. Let's listen to this first one, the recording at 2612 with the filters on. These are dynamic filters. So what that means is that they change when I hit first. You'll notice that they're brighter, then they go and get darker. Right? You hear that? All right. I'm just gonna turn these on and off so you can hear the difference. Both of them with the dynamic filters turned on. That's 48, that's 26. Very creamy, man. I love these filters. So there's two types of filters here, analog filters here on the back. You got the dynamic filters coming out of these, and then you got the fixed filters, the other filters coming out of 3 and 4. So I'm just going to be switching between 1 and 2. Okay, these are the other filters. These ones you can clearly hear. The other ones you can hear them as well, but the cut isn't that harsh. These ones you can definitely hear that it's a low pass. Oh yeah, and if I didn't mention, they're low pass filters. Dynamic filter. And now at 48, first the dynamic filters, then the fixed filters. Now let's just listen to the fixed filters on the recording from 12-bit and the 16-bit. So let's go. So, you know, there's a lot of stuff that you can do here, man, because in this case, I prefer the recording at 48 with the fixed filters. It's a sweet spot for me. So you can work with the 48 or the 26 and use the filter that you want for those outputs. Yeah, man, there's a lot of flavors in here, man, of different type of filters. it isn't like you can't change these things, these settings of these filters. These are fixed filters on the back. That you can't change the cutoff, you can't change the resonance, none of that. So they're just on the outputs, and you send it through them, and if you like the effect, you use it. If you don't use it. So those are the filters, man. And makes me think a lot sometimes on how to connect these two together. I've been testing this out. I haven't really enjoyed it too much, to be honest, using it through USB. Sometimes I'll just get lost in menus and trying to figure out why it isn't working. For some reason, when I connect this, I can sample what's coming in from here into the MPC via USB, but it's on channel 9 and 10. Anyway, it is there, but the signal that I get, it's not the signal from the 2612. Of course, this only works through USB at 48, so I can only receive the signal through this at 48. I'd rather just have everything connected with cables than to be connected through USB. But you can connect the two through USB, but this has to be connected to the computer because this only receives, in standalone, it will only receive signals or work with interfaces at 44.1. So this works at 48. So you got to connect this through the controller mode. Let me just stop that. When I'm sound designing it, I like to do that because with the MPC, I can connect all the stuff to the software, and I can have this as the inputs and the Tascam as the outputs, or vice versa. I can use the outputs of this on the MPC, which is nice. If I have a beat run in here, I can say that I want the outputs of my MPC to be the outputs of this, so I can use those filters on the back. Let me get to input monitoring, inputs. You can hear it right now. So I can use the filters. So I'm turning on the filters and off. So in this case, I'm just connecting this through the S2400, and I'm getting that filter on the 2400, and then I'm sending that out, and that can go into my whatever other devices. So using those analog filters from here. Not that I really need those. I got other devices here with analog filters. I got, of course, analog EQs. But it could be something that it'd be fun to do, I suppose. And if you don't have these in the studio, if you have a 2400, it's always a good way that you can also route your signals through this. And it can be an interesting thing. Although you can't really, what I was trying to do was to sample at 12-bit 26 into the MPC. That doesn't work via USB, of course, because this just doesn't support 26. I thought that there could be some sort of audio to digital conversion and then sending it that way, because that's what happens in here, I suppose. So I thought that could actually work into the MPC as well. But it doesn't work that way. It's just what it is. I'd rather just, if you want to sample at 26, you got to do it internally, pitch it to where you want to pitch it. Because even if you sample it or send the signal through 26, once you sample it in, it will be at 48. So if you pitch it, there will be no aliasing. I would just really sample into this, get the pitch to where I want it to be, and then sample it into here and just leave it like that in there. Anyway, that was it, man. Thank you so much for watching the video. And if you got any questions about this, just drop it in the comment section. Man, thank you so much for watching the video. I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Bye.